how can we get this list to just show one user and then also be able to send that user into this pod in some way, or this template? Well, what you can do is that down here you have the where statement, and in this one you can actually write the tags and magic tags and so on and so forth, and there are something that is called special magic tags. I have the page up here from the PODS documentation, and as you can see we can write like this, get any, or we can actually use the URL. Then if you would like to use the URL, then you can set up fancy URLs. You get my project slash and then the username or whatever, something that is unique for the user. But in my case I will use this one, because to get this one working when you are referencing first the page, then you need to also set up a little line in the htaccess file to do a redirect, so to speak, in your web server. But let's grab this one, because this one, if I write this in the URL, then it will be sent via the get. It will be fetched in PHP via get. So I can use this one. So let's go back here and let's say that I would like to have under the where, I would like to have this as at get, or I should have id equals get dot user id, something like this. And now when we do this, this will actually not work as it is, and this, I pulled my hair to get this one working. Why isn't this working? Why isn't this working? I've done everything that I'm supposed to do. Why isn't this working? Because to get this one up and running, well, we need to also set one thing up. We need to tell WordPress that this is okay to use. So but I will update this one, and we need to go into the vp-config file, and that is placed at the root of the WordPress installation. And here we need to add define, and we need to define a specific tag in for pods, and that is this one. We need to set this one up to true. Why is that false by default? Well, because what we do now is that we open up for sending in specific data via the URL in this case, so we need to be a little bit more secure here. And you can actually, after all fields, you can write a comma, and then you can send this to a function. And we at least need to use the escape SQL function built into WordPress. So let's update this one, and let's ensure that we have this one saved, and then we should hopefully be able to test this one. And how can we test this one? Well, of course, you need to enter the user ID in the URL, because if I do like this, I go to the page and I click on that one, view the page, and you see, well, no content was found. And the reason for that is that I haven't supplied anything here. So I need to say that the user underscore ID should equal 5, for example. And now you see that we can see, now we get the projects for Han Solo, and if we take user ID 4, then we get projects for Luke Skywalker, and so on, so on and so forth. So if we take for number 2, well, then we have John Doe, and we also have Jane, who participated in the project with Han Solo. So now we have created one page that we can use and reference for all users. And we know that the URL should look something like this. This is my local running PODS WordPress installation. But this is the page, and then we send in the ID via this one. So we can use this one and build the list when we list all our users, for example. We can say that if you would like to see the projects for each user, well, then you can go to this link. So let's do that finally. So let's go back to the templates, and we had that when we are looking at a project. Here we list all our users, and we would like to add a link here, and we say that we should have the anchor and the href, and now we could add the link here, but of course we should say that the user ID we should then reference instead the field that is called, and if we do like this, select the user, then we can see that we have the ID. So we reference the ID here like this, and then we could close this one, and then we can update. And now if we go to the project, all projects, and we view our project, we now have links here, and we can click on Han Solo, and we can see all the projects for Han Solo.